Hey, it's Annie. Welcome back to my channel. This is my July 2020 plan with me in my bullet journal setup. If you are new, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're the first to see my videos. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. So my theme for July is seashells. For my cover page, I began by writing July and then I drew many different shells and different shapes and sizes in a sort of swirl design, moving away from the July. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but once I finish the spread, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So the colours I chose to use this month are different shades of light blue, and when I add colour to the shells, I'm not really fully colouring them in. I'm just adding dashes of colour where I think it looks appropriate, as you can kind of tell. So now for this month, I decided to put my calendar on the page where I would normally have my quote page. I did this because I felt, for the last few months, I didn't really need a full calendar, as recently I haven't really been using it as much as before. So as you can see, I just drew out a landscape grid, but I was not very clever. And as you can see, I only did 5 columns, so I kind of had to find a way to work around that. So to try and redo my calendar as I did it wrong, I'd found some blue paper lying around and I stuck it on top. So with this blue paper, I made yet another mistake by adding an extra column on the left. So I just shaded it out with my fine liner, and in the end, to be honest, I don't think it looks too bad. And also because of this mistake, I had to start the week on a Tuesday, which is slightly weird for me, but I will hopefully just be able to work my way around that this month. So for this month's habit tracker, I did the usual layout. I feel like I say that every single time, but it's basically, this is where you just draw out 12 mini calendars with obviously 34 like small boxes in my bullet journal for each day of the month. So the habits I chose to track this month are sleep, yoga, meditate, skincare, journal, no sweets, read, YouTube, writing, Skillshare, and workout. So YouTube is obviously when I like post the videos, so I can just keep track of like how often I've been posting this month. So, and also when I wrote Skillshare, at the moment I am using the 2-month premium free trial. I think that's what it's called, but so I'm just aiming to like improve my skills. So I'm doing some art, doing some like productivity and loads of other different courses. So I'm just aiming to do like a class a day. Mood trackers are some of my favourite spreads to set up, as basically it's just mostly doodling things and then colouring them in each day, to be honest. So for this month I decided to draw 31 shells, but I'm going to leave them blank, so each day I'll just colour one in depending on how I'm feeling. So now I'm bringing in a new spread. I mean, to be honest, it's not exactly new, as I did this in January this year. So, but I haven't done it since. So, but recently my sleep schedule has been a bit messed up. So I thought, what better way to improve than tracking to my bullet journal? So, to be honest, this spread is pretty straightforward. I just basically wrote out all the hours in the day along the top, and then the days of the month down the left. So I've been doing the spread for the past few months now, and it's been really useful. So I thought I would just do it again. It is an exercise or like activity workout log. So I have the minutes along the top and then the days down the left again. And also I have a key on the left side of the days. And the key is just basically all the different types of exercises, so I can just see on what days what I've been doing. So I did this spread earlier this year and I thought I'd bring it back once again. It is a screen time tracker. So I have written the hours along the top and the days once again down the left side. At the top I did a key with different categories so I can visually and easily see how I've been spending my time and what I can do to reduce my screen time and to improve. So for this month's playlist spread, I chose to do only 4 songs, as sometimes I just prefer it when there are less, as it looks more minimalistic and neat in my opinion. So the songs I chose to do this month are Don't Need Love by 220 Kid, I think that's how you say it, but and Gracie, Breaking Me by Topic and A7S, Rain On Me by Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande, and last but not least, definitely, Secrets by Regard and Ray. So these playlist spreads, as along with my mood trackers, are one of my favourites to set up, as they're just colourful and it just makes me happy, as these are the songs I've been enjoying this month, I guess. So next is another spread I'm bringing back, as I haven't done it since April, which is the good old brain dump spread. This is just where you write down any random things I need to remember, anything I need to plan videos, or write anything that I've got on my mind, or just where I, as in the title, dump my brain on the page. So for my morning and evening routine spread, I wasn't really sure how I should set this up and how I should lay it out, as I'm still working on my routines and changing them up every once in a while. And as the holidays are going to come in July, once all my school is finished, my routines will change a little bit. So I decided to get some coloured paper and some washi tape to stick the paper to the page like a flap. If that makes sense, you can kind of visually see it. So if I need to change my routine, I don't have to mess everything out by crossing stuff out and editing it. I can just get a new piece of paper if my routine changes. So underneath the 2 flaps, I had a very ingenious idea, if I say so myself, but I just did some shell doodles so I can lift up and I can look at my lovely little doodles. So now last but not least is the first weekly spread of July. So for this weekly spread, I did the layout where there are 2 rows across with 4 columns. This is definitely one of my favourite layouts because it maximises the planning space in my opinion, because you don't have to do another column, if that makes sense, for one day. And sometimes when I do 7 days all across vertically, it's really cramped and I have to write downwards. I don't know if you understand anything I'm saying, but Hopefully you can just like imagine it in your head, or just ignore completely what I'm saying, but that's your choice. And after I had divided up my pages and written the days in the top, I doodled some shells in the middle. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let's get on to the final flip through. Bye!